Hey you guys, it's been a little while since I came on stream last. It's been probably a few days. And like I said, there's times where I'm coming on here a couple days after to, every other. But as people are coming in here, please just know to be aware, to be respectful, and, just be kind to everybody in here because we do have a lot of new subscribers who show up on who show up on stream. So, we want to make sure we are showing all expectations towards them so that way they know what the expectations are when they come into my stream. And, all streamers need to have that, which we all do. But also be aware I do have my mods who come in here, so if we have to block somebody, I have them there so this way it's not me. And y'all don't want to see it when it's me, okay? Because there's just people that just, they can be crazy out there. But some people as well, they can just be rude for no crazy reason. But, hey, how are you doing? Man, it's been a minute. Man, crazy. Hang on, let me just move something out of the way real quick. Or no, hang on, let me check a notification real quick. But as people are coming in, watch the chat. Why is the thing glitching? Give me just a moment, y'all. Just need to check something. Oh, my baby's so cute. Hang on. Hang on, no, give me just a moment. Who else in my chat? Just to make sure. Okay, it's just Logan. Okay, cool. I'm doing alright. Today's just been a little bit. At first, it was pretty good, and then afterwards, it kind of got pretty chaotic because, well, at first I was pet sitting my neighbor's dog like usual because one of my neighbors, she had to attend to one of her daughters because I guess she had some kind of surgery not too long ago. So this week she's had to be there with her just to help her out with things around the house that she needs to be done and just take care of her for a week. So then, you know. And so she asked if I would pet sit her dog named Trixie, which she's a teacup Yorkie, which she's too cute. And everybody knows how cute those are. And so, yes. The thing is, I'm going to have to stream the other route to add you as a mod because right now I'm doing it through the second way, so it's way more difficult to do it like that. So, yeah. So hang on, maybe in a little bit I'll try to maybe in a little bit I'll try to do live, and that way if I have time, and then try to add you from there. But hey, let me respond this response I was just doing. I was just pausing for a second because I'm right now responding to my boyfriend through Snapchat because I sent him a snap of me, which I was just showing I was not feeling great today. And so, but yeah. And also, you guys, make sure to go like and subscribe if you have not done that. But if you have, do not listen to me. But hang on, let me respond to this real quick. So give me just a minute. Oh, and who is our second person in the chat? Because I see we have 2 people at the moment. And also, y'all, I will say this too. Just for some people, not everybody, but there's just some people out there who will come into either a streamer's live and not say a dang word throughout, or for like maybe 5 minutes or so. And it just stays at the number. And, you know, let's say we only have one person talking in the stream. Let me just say that's kind of sus. I will put it out there because, for example, I've been in other streams too where people haven't said a word either. So just to let those people know, just, you know, try not to be too sus in the chat without saying anything. Because sometimes I will not know if you're in here based of that. Like, for example, Logan's typing, so I know he's in here because he's talking away in the chat. Unlike whoever our current next person is, you know. If you're not saying hi or something real quick, just, you know, just do that if you feel pleased to when you get a chance. So that way I know I'm not seeing things. You know, because people can almost see it as like, you know, their mind's going crazy when that's not. It's just that person's just not talking. But let me just do this real quick. Yep. That's good though. Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want to be a creep onto someone's stream. Hang on, I'm going to move my computer just a little bit. Because that's where I'm live on right now. Which I've gone on here like now twice for streaming. Which isn't too bad. But, yeah. So, yeah, you don't want to be that person who's just watching a little every move. And just, you know, that's just not what we do here. But, you know, hang on, let me just do this very quickly, which is, oh my gosh, code. So give me, oh, and now we have 3 people. Let's see if the third person puts a response in our chat. So give me just a minute. Here we go. Give me just a moment, y'all. So go, hang on. I'm trying to say down, not the other way around. Give me just a moment. I'm just putting something in my... Because, yeah, I mean, y'all, me and my boyfriend, he and I snap like crazy, especially right around the morning hours a little bit. Because I'll send a snap, he'll send me a snap as well. Which that's what we typically would do. And that's all couples do. The half snap. We will be sending snaps like crazy off and on or so. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, you know, if someone's not just saying, you know, hi or how are you doing in the chat, that just, you know, it's really like it's almost like if they're behind a wall, like let's say they're in between 2 different walls that are stuck together. It's kind of like that where you can't see the person like that, but stream-wise, you know. And when y'all are in the chat, sorry, this thing kind of slow down because I'm on my computer, so my fast motion turning around might look crazy. So just, you know, don't be too in the alert. But yeah, you know, it's just creepy at the end of the day. So what the heck is my computer? There we go. Let me order that now. I think I'm almost done with this chat. Give me just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. I was just texting my boyfriend because, like I said, he was a little concerned about me, which, hey, that means he loves me at the end of the day. And I usually tell him everything that happens with me, either if it's me not feeling good or, because, man, I see these other chats. I just want to make sure I'm not missing a couple of these responses. So let me give myself a second. Oh, here we go. Yeah, because then you think he or she or do I like moments. True, right? Yep. Exactly. But yeah, exactly. That's why that response. Number one YouTuber. Yep. Yeah, because it's just like that example where it's like if somebody were to, it's like if you're getting, someone's trying to stalk you. Like, let's say you're doing your normal daily schedule or something. Like, let's say you're at home just relaxing, like, either you have a friend over or, you're hanging out with your significant other. Just, any ordinary day. And let's just say someone's, or also another example of this, let's say if y'all are driving somewhere and let's say one of you feels like something feels weird, like feels like either someone's trying to follow you or you feel like someone's trying to watch you while it's going on. So you kind of, it's almost like you get that urge and stuff. So it's the same, it's similar to streaming, but instead that person specifically is just, they're just watching the entire time, not doing anything. So it's kind of like that. It's like if it's almost like if their side was a vehicle, but not really. And so, there's a lot of ways we can explain stuff like that. Even it doesn't have to even be driving related. It could just, you can just make up an analogy in your head and go, this is what, in my definition of what I'm saying is this, Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. I mean it. Guys, y'all, let me just say this. I'm thankful there's still people out there who actually are kind, but also are very respectful too. Unlike probably 95% of people in my vision. Cuz I just feel like a lot of those people these days are just turning into just, they're starting to almost have a new version of themselves thinking that they're so cool and just they can be crazy when technically, person, I don't know who you're messing with, so you might want to be careful in real life who you're messing with. See, it's gonna keep doing that, but that's fine. Alright. I'm glad that you came in here. I'll have to see. Because sometimes I do take every other days off, it'll just depend. But if I do end up doing a stream tomorrow, I'll definitely just make sure you do pay attention to what comes out. Alright, now we gotta see who our second person's in this chat. Man, if only YouTube gave me that ability to. Because right now it is just me talking to y'all. So, hey, let me check my text again. Because my boyfriend is typing. Well, he was typing, I think he's paused. So maybe he's just looking at it before he thought of something. But that's just what we do. So, yeah, we're just hanging out though, you guys. So if y'all want to ask questions about stuff, you're more welcome to. But we're relaxing, we're chilling. And at the end of the day, what matters is we're slowing down what we're doing. But let me just say though, at the end of the day, usually every day it's kind of chaotic with either we're working or we have to run errands like crazy, or we have a big to-do list that we're doing, or we find out, oh, we have this coming up, and you're trying to get things figured out. And, it's just, you don't take that minute or so just to pause. Like, literally hit the brake on neutral and just calm down a little bit. And so, even streaming wise, it's like come into someone's stream who you like, and it kind of gives your mind just that ease and just relax for like a little while. Because, like I said, at the very end of the day, we don't want to be just in stress mode and just looking at our to-do list and just looking at 6 to more things that is on there. And just, let loose, meaning relax, in other words. And so, like, y'all, for example, I will put this in context. Like, I'm doing it glitch. It's fine. But, like I said, though, with me, I've just, because like I said, I haven't really felt a whole lot great today, but luckily I've been able to relax and rest a lot today. It's just because I've just had horrible just stomach pains today, which, and even it's coming on the wrong day too, because it's just girl life, I'll say that. And sometimes though, it will mess with us like crazy, and sometimes it'll get kind of crazy on a certain day. So today was kind of more wild than it would have been, because at one point I was throwing up in the morning like 3 times, but nothing like huge. So luckily it was only that many times and not more than that, or else I would have been going crazy on myself. And then, just trying to at first get comfortable like crazy. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get in a bath instead to see if that kind of calms down just a little bit. Because sometimes, let me say this. When you're sick, like with anything related, recommendation I'm putting is get in a bath where it's warm to hot water and just, relax in it and just, it's good to just sit there and just kind of just, it's good for your body because your body will actually relax a lot, and it just feels good, And usually when we're sick with either the cold or the flu or anything related, or if it's just other things, the one less, it's one thing that it just feels nice to have. Hang on, let me just move something out of the way. But it's like, for example, like I took a bath this morning to kind of help out with something, which helped a little bit, not fully, but it made the rest of me feel kind of better. But like I said, it is pretty good to do, especially even if it's like, even if it's on your shower day, do it. Because at the end of the day, you will feel at least a smidget better, like physically. Because, like, the heat on your body feels really good. And it almost feels like, what did I put in the description? Almost kind of like a slight, just like relaxer, almost. But it also feels like massaging a little bit in spots, because it just feels really good. And just, that's just what happens. And so, yeah. And then, it's just, after that, it's getting back into clothing or just new clothing that you would wear. And then, we just go from there. Just do what we gotta do sometimes. So, okay, who's our second person in here? Because people, and I said this earlier, if you're not talking, that's creepy. Which I said that example earlier, so just kind of be aware of that. just to put it out there. But hang on, let me just. Sorry, I was clearing out a tab on my computer real quick, but now it's good. Just so just so it's not in the way of things. And like I said, y'all, this is my second time streaming through my computer. So far, it's not too bad. Like, it's not that bad. It just takes a little bit. Because, it's just your computer's connecting more. And a lot of times you're used to using your other devices to put out stuff, which I still use, like, my phone and stuff like that. Because that's mainly I would stream through my phone. But, I mean, ever since I did get a new laptop about a few days ago, I've started to kind of do some of my streams on here now, but I'll kind of just alternate in between, just here and there, with either streaming, like on one day I'll stream on here and then maybe the next stream I'll go on my phone, or just, do one or stream to my computer for a little bit, then switch it up like a week, and and so that's just kind of what you do sometimes. And so yeah, it's pretty crazy, I will put it that way. Make sure I didn't miss anyone else's response though. So here it is. Just want to make sure I didn't miss it. Just want to make sure no one didn't come in here, but okay. Sorry, I was checking to make sure nothing else snuck in here, because sometimes, a comment or two will sneak in between the current comments. Because either you're looking through the comments and you didn't realize that there's a second or a third comment there, or, either they said it while you were talking, but you just didn't know that someone submitted something in the chat. But, yeah, so, anyway, just gotta fix my glasses just a little bit. Hang on, what is my friend doing now? But y'all, I do eventually, and also y'all, to kind of give you guys updates in terms of just here related. Recently, it was just a basic short, which was like a couple days ago. But I do need to start posting some more stuff out there, which I do. You guys just know that. It's just either I will, not forget, but I run out of ideas off the bat, or, try to, and, it's like you're trying to come up with things, and it's like, sometimes it's kind of tricky, a little bit. You kind of think, okay, this is what we'll do. So sometimes it's like, a lot of times I'll come on here posting my streams, which half the time I do, and then post just like other videos on top of that. And I do need to put out my episode 3 series episode eventually, but I'll have to figure out what I'm doing for that one of the current, because like I said, I've been putting out a series on here just to kind of put out positivity out there. Just want to see where that goes. Nothing really too wild, but so Lord, let me check real quick. So I just want to make sure that happened real quick. So let's see. And anyway, all right. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone's comment. That was in here. But yeah. So, but also let some of you guys know, because some of you know I'm dating, but to give you an update on my boyfriend now, for those of you that I've told you guys about him like crazy. But he's been doing good though. We talked on the phone about yesterday for a little while, which went really good. And then, y'all, also something kind of exciting I'll bring up is, as we're talking about him, that actually has to do with him. But y'all, I'm excited to say that we finally found a date where he is going to be coming out here with me, and he and I get to hang out for like, I think 5. I had to look at the days, the day amount, but I know it's July. But I think it's like 5 or 6 days or so. I'll look. I'll have to look again though. I think it's 5 days that we get to hang out. But we get to hang out from July the 3rd through the 8th. So a Thursday through a Tuesday is when we get to hang out, which I am so excited, you guys. So even I'm excited to say, like, I'm also very excited to say that he and I get to see each other for the 4th of July this year, which, y'all, I can't get over that, honestly, because literally at the end of the day, y'all, last year I literally tried to have him out here last year, but he was at this camp last year, so he couldn't physically be with me last year. So I'm excited that he gets to actually be with me physically and just actually experience 4th of July literally as a couple together, and just taking the sounds just to go crazy. But hey, Holler, it's been a little while. How are you doing? I see you're in my chat. Actually, I can show it. Alright, you guys. There's the rules below, just to tell you guys here. That's just what's happening. So, just, be aware. Because, it's good to have rules in the streams because, people can be pretty chaotic and stuff like that. And you really never know what's going on. Tin Poo Boy, what up? Okay, now we're finally picking up people. My goodness. How are you doing? It's been a little bit too. But hopefully you guys are doing good since y'all are just coming in. Happy Prime Month to you as well. Pretty crazy that it's already Prime Month, which, I mean, there's going to be people that are going to go chaotic about, but I don't care about what those people are doing. But, it's pretty cool to celebrate all kinds of stuff. So, Lord, what are we doing? Oh, we have 4 people now in this chat. That's crazy. Yeah, like, y'all, technically it is already June the 5th. That's nuts. Like, I don't know how the heck. Like, yeah, this year has went by quick, and it's, like I said, now it's June the 5th right now, which is insane. Next thing before I know, it'll be September 18th will be my boyfriend and I's 2-year anniversary. Then after that, I will be officially 20 in October, so that's going to be hectic to believe. And then, yeah. And then also, next thing I know too, in like, let me look at my countdown thing real quick, because I've got this one thing countdown. And next thing I know, in like 22 more days, my boyfriend, AJ, for a lot of you in here, he'll be turning my current age, so we'll be the same age for 4 months out of the year. Because I told y'all that pattern before. Because kind of how it works is we're only a year apart in age gap. So I'm a year older than he is. So kind of how it goes is, like when we first started dating, what it looks like was we both were the same age at the time. So we were 17 at the time when we started dating. I was almost 18. Then I turned 18 October 1st of that year. And then he came back with me later that June and also turned 18. Then October 1st of last year, I turned 19. And then June, this coming, like in the next couple weeks, he'll be 19. And then after that, I'll be 20 in October. So it just, it repeats. Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard. I'm dying laughing actually at that response. Oh God. I don't know. Tin Boy, I don't think a lot of people would be breaking their backs at 20. Oh, I'm dying how that was put though. Tin Boy, that's a good one. That is a good one to get me just started. But yep, y'all, it's a next era's popping out. Oh my God. So Lily Foley officially in the adult era by October. Crazy. And then next thing I know, my boyfriend will only have his last year in his teens fully, even though technically they clause 18 adults, but 20 is kind of more. Because when you're fully 20, you be kind of more like an adult. Because, you still learn more adult stuff, but, it's just beginning of the first era of becoming an adult. And so, it's pretty crazy. What the? Okay, I'm not really like that old. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, I'm dying so hard. Man, a lot of you guys are so funny. I will say that. That's a good thing. Because, if one or two of you guys weren't funny in my chat, it would not, it would look weird for the comments. I'm telling you guys that. Because it's good to have funny moments in between typical comments, because then it gives you something more entertaining to laugh at. But, you kind of think back to yourself on it as well. And so. Oh. Yo, I'm not that old yet. Trust me, it's going to be a while, like years, until I hit possibly that range. So I'm not getting that old yet. It's only, or almost I would call me pre-old, but not that old. Or in other words, you should almost be thinking of a dog if they're that old. Then that's a different story and stuff like that. But, man, it's crazy bizarre. I'll put it that way. So, hey, Leah. Man, Lord. It's just what we're doing. It's just crazy. Leah, I'm not gonna go full depth on it. It's just, I'm not gonna bring it up. So, I'm gonna keep going with topic talking. But, man. But Leah, it's just because, I don't really like when people are putting out just drama over stuff, but also, I just don't like a lot of chaos talk. And, I kind of got to that point where I almost just had it with myself, and I wasn't going to let it intervene with me. But just outside of here, but not in here, though. And so, it's just what's happening. So, hang on. Let me check some real quick. Give me a moment. Just want to make sure nothing's happening. Man. Good day. What are we all doing today? Hang on, my dad's text me. Give me a moment. Anyway, Leah, I'll have to see. Well, I mean, I'll think about it. But, okay, for a second I thought someone else came in, but nope, it's just my brain looking at stuff. But, so, anyway, y'all keep asking stuff. Just don't ask, inappropriate things like my rules up here explain. Yes, exactly. Yeah, but other people would know that, though. Because, at the end of the day, there's just let me just say this, there's too much drama out there in our generation, and I just don't, I'm not trying to be a part of that one bit. So if I feel like drama for me gets way too much, either if it's outside of live or something like that, or just here, I'll pause for a bit to not be around. Because y'all, drama, like drama that's like, talking bad about stuff, or just saying things like that, or you're either doing something that you feel like it's normal, but to me it's like, it's not really a cool thing kind of situation, then that's different. Because Eli, how are you doing? I saw you in Mel's live, but I rewatched his because he posted it, so I watched it a little bit earlier. How are you doing though? And so, hang on, Leo. Hang on. What? Hang on. 10 people? Wait, why would you think you would suck at it? Which, don't try to think stuff like that, because the thing is, y'all, if you try to think the opposite of stuff, like you think you're gonna suck at something tomorrow, or you're not good at whatever you're not, when you know you're good at it, you just don't believe it that good. Don't do that, because at the end of the day, it just, it's not good to do that, because you're just gonna get stress in your head, and it's just gonna intervene with yourself just to, oh. Sean, what are you doing? How am I here? I don't know, Sean, that's funny. It has been a bit since you were in here. How have you been doing since I spoke with you last, which was like a couple hours ago? But, yeah, I don't know if I really would put you in the panel. I'm not saying you're the person you're, I'm just not. Plus I didn't really come on here to put people on the panel, but I came here just to check in with a lot of you. But, to me. Sean, what? But, oh, we have 4 people now in this chat. Y'all, let's keep liking, subscribing, doing all this stuff. Y'all, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that I post on here, because y'all, a lot of that stuff, you don't want to miss it. Like, you don't. Oh, it's okay. Oh, that's crazy. Well, yeah, hang on. But, hang on, I'll be right back. So give me just a minute. y'all give me just a minute. Okay, where the heck was I at now? But anyway, so hang on, give me a moment, y'all. What's been happening to me since last stream? To answer that, there, Toonpoo Boy, all that's been happening with me is, today I've just not felt too great today because my stomach has been killing me like crazy. It's just girl stuff related. And then, I've been recovering today a bit, so just been kind of, not chaos, but also just kind of just, other than that, relaxing at home a lot. Yeah, Sean, what was crazy though with me, it was not because I didn't eat anything wrong here. That's the point. Because the funny part though was it was more like a cramp situation because I didn't really eat because I wasn't trying to put my own body at worse than it was, and so thanks. I very appreciate it. I've not liked it today. Paula, welcome in here too. How are you doing? That's cool. Oh, we got. Oh my god. But, um, but, yeah. It's just a lot of things happen though, so it's just crazy. But Paula, how are you doing since earlier? Kind of like I was saying to Sean earlier too. But, Leah, it's gonna take time. It's just gonna take me time a little bit because right now I'm just I'm not fully physically just ready quite yet. And like I said, a lot of a lot of how people can be when it comes to just drama in the past or just certain people, like they kind of do stuff to you but they really don't, and just the way you see things. And so it'll just take me a little bit, all right? So just you know I'd rather not put me in that situation for a while at least, because that's just at the end of the day. Let me say this: at the end of the day, when we realize, for a second I thought you were saying, but at the end of the day, though, we realize whenever somebody like a friend of ours or anyone really is either they're doing something constantly that either they don't realize that is driving us crazy, or they don't realize we have life stuff too that's going on. But there's just it's a lot. And so kind of after a while of it just going on, your brain's just not gonna take it. And I'm almost 20 here, so me as a young adult, it's like you at that decision you really think how you want to do it, because the main thing is you want to make sure you are you're putting safety at your own, like at your own pace, but you're doing what's right for you and what you feel like is good with your health position. So in my case, it's just taking a break for a little while, just to you know not really get into all of it, and just yeah, I can probably play that later, Sean, but I'll see. Oh, and Sean, one person's about to realize what I have, but I'll go. Wait, what? Holler, what happened? I did not know that. I'm reading the chat just now, though. And so, we have 4 people in this chat. That's crazy. But Sean, you could have just texted that. No offense. Because someone here does not know I have it, and I'm not trying to explain that or I'm just saying. Man, that's crazy. I had no idea y'all ended things. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Holler. Hopefully you find somebody who will actually respect you and, all the things the way that she should and the way you should as well. Because let me just say, y'all, it takes a bit to find the right person. It's not like, it's not like 1 or 2 people you find it. It's not always the case. It's like maybe 6, 7, or 10, or even 20 people just to find the right person who matches what you are looking for in a loved one. And, y'all, let me just say, I've told y'all before, but AJ, who I've been dating for over a year and a half, y'all, he is my second boyfriend and we've been doing amazing. And even I'm surprised that we've came this far without arguments going on, without fighting, without anything like that drama related, or just feeling like something's odd. So I'm thankful to God about that, because at the end of the day, I'd rather be with someone who's going to respect me and love me for who the heck I am, because if they're not going to love me for that, they can literally walk out of my life here and just fix what they did, because what they would do to you is not what they should be doing to you. How dare she? Yep. And that is my own best friend / sister, Paula. Yeah, for some of you people that don't know this that pretty good, me and Paula have known each other since 2017. So it's pretty crazy we've known each other that long. And y'all, that's good to have a friendship that you've known, like a friend that you've known for a good while, because then it kind of gives, because then you would have more of a good friendship later down the road and all that stuff. But yeah. And so, yeah. Sean, I need to make you mod, but the thing is, I'm going to have to go live the other way one of these next streams to do that, since I'm doing it through the second method I do it, which is through this other site, which goes through my YouTube, you guys. It's just, it's more of an, and let me just say, I feel like Paula, what the? Oh, you're so funny. But yeah, Sean, I would have to make you mod through the other method, which is either like, tomorrow or something. I mean, usually I take a day off, but maybe if I have to go in there for a minute or two tomorrow sorry, my neighbor's cows are mowing, to do that and stuff like that. I'm sorry, y'all are hearing my neighbor's cows mooing. And I think it's the fact they're trying to wait on me, which that's not great. So, Paula, you're crazy. But yeah. So it's just, what you gotta do. Yeah. Holler, I bet you'll be okay. Like I said, it takes a while just to know when it's right. So don't rush it. Don't hit the brake and drive, And I told Paula here, because past experiences with her and guys, it's just been crazy, and they just done not great stuff with her. And what I've told her is go slow, hit the brake on neutral. Because if you're just hitting the brake and drive so many times, relationship after relationship, and then constant, your brain is gonna get like your brain's gonna like explode on yourself, and you're just gonna it's it's not gonna work great. So if you literally hit the brake in neutral, meaning you're going slow with it, and either you get to know somebody, or if one of your friends you've known for ages, you'll end up being thinking like, yo, for people that don't know this, some of you know this, but not everyone, yo, me and AJ actually were friends in high school. Like, we were friends our sophomore year, the same year I was dating my crazy ex. Which, that was chaotic. That was a chaotic year, but he could have just done better back then. But I'm glad I've got AJ now, because he just does a lot better at his own. Like, he does better what his description is. And he actually but now I wasn't going full details, just using editor info. And so I was just saying your past, not people's names listed. And so anyway, I'm gonna continue what I was doing. But yeah, so just really, guys, just really be careful out there, especially. But yeah, it's crazy that we're about to be hitting the 2-year mark pretty soon. Which, man, it's crazy. Sorry, you guys are hearing cow mooing. That's because my neighbor's cows are mooing. So, yeah, that's because like, well, why are you not coming here for feeding? That's because I've been in here just relaxing, not doing much, and also just been recovering slowly. But I got an itch, and so my God, crazy. But yeah, so let me see. Anyone else I missed? Yeah, Paula, what matters is you got Sean, and he does really good with you so far. So just hopefully for y'all to keep the streak actually there. But, just what we do. So we're going to continue, guys. So let me put this right here. So, sorry guys, I was just aiming my computer just a little bit towards so it's easier to get a good point of view. My gosh. Sorry, my neighbor's cows are ones that are mowing. So, yes, AJ's mind happiness as well, which I am thankful for. And so, pretty crazy. So, anyway, we're all just relaxing at the moment. Yes, I want y'all to be hopefully getting married too one day, which would be awesome. Because, that would be really cool for y'all to actually have that step happen. Hopefully in the future sometime. Like, I hope that hopefully with me, I hope that happens with AJ, which let me just say, if that did happen with me and AJ though, in like 5-ish years or so, at least 5 to 10 years from now, I would be going insane. Like, more insane than I did the day that he asked me out. Like, the little girl me would just want to scream. And so just the inner self wants to start screaming at that. But yeah, it would be pretty wild. And so let me do this real quick. We're gonna aim. I'm just gonna aim it this way now, so it's a little more, easy. See, look how cute. I'm kidding. I'm teasing a lot of people saying that. And so, man. Let me say, I'm glad I am on live right now because, my man and I couldn't really talk because he was busy with things. And so, yeah. But, hey, luckily I'm just on here for a little bit, catching up with my people because, it's been a few days since I've catched up with a lot of you. So it's, it's good to do that. Oh my god. Everyone don't, just, don't go crazy at what's happening. But it's just, happens. And so, hang on, let me see what's. I'll be right back. Let me see what's going on. Sorry, my neighbor's cows are moving like crazy because they're really like, why is she not coming out the main door? Because usually I am feeding them cow treats, usually, but I've not been. I'm just slowly getting better. It's just, not. So yeah, don't be aware of all the mooing. It's my neighbor's cows. Leave that alone. But anyway, so who do we have here still that, just happens. So, man, what do we got? But we got 3 people in my chat still. Let's see. I'm gonna give it just a minute. I want to check something. Let me see what my text says. It's my dad from a few minutes ago to do. But anyway, let's see. I want to check something very quickly. Why am I still coming in this one? It's my year level. I'm still on here. But let's see. I'm gonna check it. Oh, these cows are crazy. But y'all, we are only at 1.19K of you guys that have subscribed. So if you have not done all the things in here, please feel free to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss anything that comes out, such as live streams, videos, and more. Because, when I say that, I would hate for someone in that many people to miss something that either I posted. I would hate for either someone to miss either a live stream that I started on, or a video I posted, or a short, or a post I put on my page. I just, I don't want miss people. I just want people to miss out on all this stuff because you never know what's out there. Because I post a lot of good stuff that y'all don't want to miss. Oh, even live for 4 hours? Dang. At least you're doing pretty good. And stuff like that. I've currently been live for an hour so far. But I don't think I'm going to go that wild. I just do usually a short extended. decent hour, but I would usually do like an hour or two at the latest, sometimes, or 3. It'll depend. It really just depends on like what my gut feels on doing. You know, like y'all, a lot of us want to. We do all kinds of things, and so, yeah, y'all, I could come up with something. But yeah. So I just want to check something real quick in my Instagram. Sorry, I'm checking my Instagram, make sure I didn't miss anything. Just checking all these notifications to make sure that they're cleared. But so okay, Sean's Paul are probably my 2 people here. But yeah, so let me just move something out of the way real quick. But yes, you guys, like I said earlier, this stream I'm actually doing it through my HP computer, which is pretty cool. I've loved this thing so far. Because these past few days, like there's been a few days where I have been on it, just playing around with it. Just good because then you kind of get used to all the things. And plus, the last time I physically used a computer of like some kind in general, I mean, the last times I had used a computer was when I was in high school and middle school, but also when I would download pictures from my Canon T100, which is a camera. And usually I would download, like I would sync the photos that are from the SD card to that computer. But at the time, that's because I didn't have a personal computer like this that can do the same thing. Because kind of how that works is you have an SD card and there's a slot in like these computers that you can actually put it in so you can save those photos onto your computer. So let's say if you want to use it in the future for something, or you want to save it to your other device, you can. So I'm definitely excited when I start to use my camera again eventually, which one of these days I'm going to have to do something with it. But yeah. So the heck? Hang on. Sorry, I thought I was hearing when my dog's barking outside. But yeah. But I mean, dogs are crazy. We all know that. Like, they can just bark and just be bizarre all they want. But at the end of the day, they gotta chill just a little bit on that. And so, oh, and now we have 3 people in the chat. Anyway, sorry. Yep, now it's our dog who's barking at the freaking cow. In which my dog baby actually turns 9 today, which that's crazy because at this point she only has like a couple more years until she's officially an old lady. Then she'll catch up with Maverick, who is Lily an old man. He's a little old guy, but they're cute. Still love them at the end of the day. But also I'll say this too. For those of you that did not know this fact, some people know this because I've told them this before, but not everyone knows it. But me and my dog named Maverick, we both have the same birthday, but we were born different years. So it's pretty cool that we have the same birthday each year. And so on my birthday, it's also his. So we both share our birthday, which is really cool. And I knew a couple other people that also share my birthday too, so it's bizarre. Oh my God. And so, okay, good. I think my dad's helping to feed him, I think. So that's thank God for that. But yeah. My God. Yeah, I'm gonna have to eventually, like, come up with things again to get this live going good. Which, I mean, a lot of my streams, though, I talk a lot in here. Because, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do and stuff like that. But, man, I'll definitely have to eventually start coming up with other things. Because I did do some topic streams, but not a lot of them. But usually a lot of my usuals are just talking about just daily things. And, it's just, it's really just communicating with a lot of you guys because y'all are my viewers here. And, it's good to sometimes catch up with a lot of you because, because even some people will just, either they will miss on stuff or, they just want to catch up and see what's been happening. Or if they want to know anything's coming out, I'll be able to also say it here too. But, yeah. So, yeah. Man, that's been crazy. I've been live for an hour and 7 minutes so far, according to my timer at the moment. So, let's see. I'll pull something up on my phone real quick. That might be pretty good. Hey, let me check something real quick, though. So, it's crazy. But yeah. Let's see, we're gonna do this. I'm not trying to put me over here so I can show this. But also, you guys, I will show you guys just a bit of a fit check that I've worn today. So, this shirt I got at a hat store in my area. That's a really cute shirt though. Shorts, I'm wearing a little short, but it's fine. Don't care about that. But they're just, I think these were my mom's or something, or she let me have these. But I think they're from Walmart. I don't remember. But my glasses, though, are Sam's Club. Ring, which is my promise ring, people, is my boyfriend. Earrings here are from Time True, which I think also were bought at Walmart. Watch is Apple. Glasses I wear are Sam's Club, which I eventually, because in August I do have an eye doctor appointment just for my annual, because it's been about a couple of years since I went last. And usually with me so far, I've usually had to go for appointments like probably every couple years. But yeah, but it's just to make sure that my eyesight is still doing well, but also, updating prescriptions, because, you're not always gonna have the same glasses for an extended period of time. And that's just not how it works. Because, because the prescription that the lenses are and stuff like that, your eyes are gonna do well for a while, but then at the same time, they're just gonna, they're really just, they're not gonna do much. And so, yeah. But anyway, that's just kind of what it is, though. Hey, let me see what's been going on. So I'm getting responses. she's live right now? Okay, that's crazy. But yeah. So anyway. I've been online for at least an hour. But I'm gonna probably give just to give myself a little bit of a break for a little bit. But a big shout out to most of you who came in here for this stream, and I'll probably be back on either. I'll probably at the latest be back maybe Saturday. But if I decide to come on here either later or tomorrow, but that would probably only be to add a couple people in this chat under something. But other than that, I will see a lot of y'all later and about. So have a great rest of y'all's evening, morning, afternoon, or day for a lot of my people who are from all states here of religion. But anyway, see ya.